Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Howler for an Hour. This is a bit of a furry game. It seems very interesting. This is called Darkway, Murder of King Mare. It says this: The King Mare is dead. Once the leader of diplomacy in the Dog Empyre, now a bloodstain on snow. You are the Apprentice, sent by the Master Detective to the City of Ink to discover who really murdered the king at the edge of the world. This is a investigative adventure game that takes place in a pretty intriguing looking, like, kind of medieval 3D world. You can platform around and stuff, but I think the main focus is adventure gameplay and whodunit mystery solving. So this seems very interesting. It is very much furry. The character designs seem pretty interesting as well. Let's check this one out. I do note that there seems to be a bit of a rough performance. Right off the bat, we had some rough performance. It seems to be an Unreal Engine game made by possibly an amateur game developer who doesn't have a full grasp of Unreal Engine, so hopefully the game runs okay. We will see. But before we begin, of course, if you like the video, do think about giving it a like, maybe subscribing if you'd like to do that, maybe coming over to Twitch to watch this stuff live, whether you want to lurk or talk. If you feel like doing so, you can always feel free to come by. It's always nice to have people around. We also have a pretty cool Discord server as well if you want to go over there. We have a coffee link if you'd like to help us directly monetize the content. And of course, I very much appreciate if you might consider it. And we have a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff over there. The links are all in the description. You can check them out anytime. Now, active audience that we have here today. Didn't click the button. There we go. Active audience that we have here today, I would recommend that we all try to spend a little time, if you want to, help me play this game, since it is an investigative game. Obviously, we probably won't go super far in the investigation in the process of a Howler, but let's see what we can all notice about this game. It's always fun to see what details people pick out in investigative games, because usually everybody picks out something different, like with the last game, where some people notice some details I missed. So I encourage you guys to offer feedback as we play. We'll also see if this is actually a good game or not, but I'm going to hit new. Let's find out what we know.
My dearest apprentice, the King Mare is dead. I send you to the City of Ink to discover who has murdered him. The steward shall meet you at the gate. Do not dally. There is something afoot.
Okay, that intro kind of gave me, I don't know why I'd say this. So this game, I don't know if it would be better to play this on mouse and keyboard. I think it will be. It's in a full controller support, but given the intro, intro menu had like its own custom mouse cursor stuff, I think this is probably meant to be played mouse and keyboard, so I'll do it that way. We kind of look like a grizzled Animal Crossing character. Oh good, I'm glad that turning to potato quality did turn off the motion blur. I know this game had that. So this will probably run okay as long as there's no motion blur. Yeah, I did have to lower the graphics, though, because Unreal Engine is kind of stupid that way. I think they're supposed to be real-time shadows normally, but it looks fine either way. So what are our buttons? We have M and Q on the bottom of the screen. Q is quests. Who murdered King Mare? The Master Detective tasked me to find the murderer. Okay, and then investigation. Oh, this is involved. Look. Question mark of a name, means, and motive. You have the ability to convict thrice more if incorrect insight wipes back to the past. New game. Okay, so this is a game where we're supposed to discover and meet people, and then we figure out what they're about, and then we pin down their means and motive, and then we make a guess as to who's responsible. So it is truly a detective game where you have to pick the culprit and see if you're right or wrong. And if you mess up 3 times, you have to start over the entire game. Okay. And can I move up here? Let's see. We have notes. Is that just something I can write in? Not currently. We have an inventory. Drake's letter. Yep. The King Mare is dead. Okay. And then we can teleport if we're stuck. That's always good to see that. I mean, it honestly is, though. It's good they thought of that. And there is an autosave. Okay. Huh. I also thought there was I thought it said M in the corner to, like, read your map, but there doesn't seem to be a map, so. It's like an actual detective game, yeah. I guess as we go, of course, let me know how the volume is to things. On that note, I'm turning off my AC so I can hear the game. So right now, I just hear a bit of snow. Oh, the jumping animation. You see that pose we're doing? I believe that's a default, like, Unreal jump animation, actually, with that pose. I think I've seen that pose before. It looks a little different on this little character, but... because we got kind of a chibi body style, but yeah, here's our city. So yeah, the vibes I'm getting from this game, even before I accepted the key, the vibe I got was... this game looks kind of rough, like engine development-wise, but also looks interesting. So we'll see how much that roughness gets in the way of the interesting parts. Hopefully not too much. There's definitely some obvious work put in here. Is that a sun? What is that behind us? I don't know what that is. Yeah, here we are. I can't seem to run, so I guess I just waddle at this speed. Unless the game has some running that I don't know about. So I'm gonna guess that this whole game takes place in this one treasure. Can't open it. Well, I can't open it, or I don't know what the interact key is. One or the other. Oh, they thought of that. Oh, but... I was gonna say, I think I see a way to immediately soft lock, but I don't think actually it would work. Okay, fall damage is not a thing, if you're wondering. I do appreciate they thought of something, though, because I was looking at the next rampart, I was like, I bet I can get stuck there. Actually, no, I think they thought of that, because there's a barrel here, so good on them. If there wasn't little steppies, though, that I would get stuck, so. I'm gonna go jump on that person down there. Oh, well. Okay, I might actually... Oh, no, I'm good. Hello. It's Steward Sorrel. Hello.
Ah, you've arrived. The master detective sent a letter saying you would come. I'm Sorrel, steward to King Mir. Or, I was at least. I'll brief you on the situation.
Okay. Insight.
The steward appears very upset.
Okay, so we can insight and get, like, a clue of, like, oh, what are they looking like? Let's read their face, let's read their body language.
Yes, the situation. Our King Mir, he was murdered. There's already a suspect. His brother, the woodworker, August. And it looks rather grim for him. Another detective arrived 2 days ago. Oleander has said his name was. We already had August in custody as his dagger was inside the king's neck. And August was the only one with the king the night of the murder. I would encourage you to speak with Oleander. He's staying with his friend Otho in the Manor District. Up the 2 sets of curved stairs and then take a sharp left. Otho's manor is on the other side of the small bridge. Oh, and here's a map. I've annotated it with city details for your convenience. I hope it helps.
This voice acting is fairly amateur. I can hear a little bit of stumbling and stuff, but it's also very heartfully delivered. It's clear that the people who are doing the voice acting, they're not very professional, but they also are trying their best. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, would I like it better if it wasn't? If it was a little more, you know, if it had a little bit better voice direction, a little more professional, would it be better? Definitely for this sort of, like, world setting. But I appreciate the effort either way. So
speak with Oleander, please.
it gives me the vibe of a school play, where everybody is given it their all to play the roles of Shakespeare and stuff, and it's definitely not as good as an actual like Shakespearean play done by professionals. But you still get invested because the people doing their characters are invested. Does that make sense? Where like a performance can be less professional and thus less immersive, but on the flip side, the people doing the performance are trying so hard that you get immersed anyways. I think that makes sense, right? Since they're immersed into their characters, you're convinced even if their voice acting is not perfect. Library. Hello, Johan.
You're looking for Oleander? Well, you're in the wrong place. This is the library.
You sound tired. you should take a nap.
You're looking for Oleander?
So I think everybody is doggos, by the way. I do like the art, by the way. I like the character
You're looking
portrait
for
art.
Oleander? Well, you're in the wrong place.
The character portrait art is actually quite nice. The character models are cute, but I like the portrait art the best. Whoever did the art for the portraits, I like the style they chose. I could tell that each doggo is going to be notably different thanks to the artist being able to get those different, kind of furry facial details and stuff. Different head shapes and such. I'm seeing subtleties already, basically. Well, we met. So if I meet people, do they show up in my list? Yep, Johan and Stewart. So how many people exist in town? Let's see here. Let's scroll this. So 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 people. Well, there's at least 20 people important to the investigation. I don't know if there's more than 20 people, but... Are you just going to stand on the cult? That seems kind of cold, but okay. Oh, I have a map now. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, that's a pretty nice map, actually. There's Tower, Eli's Tower, Vigo's Tower. Are those people at those places? Not sure. Oh, look, we can see little markers of people, too. If I discover who is where, they show up as little furry icons. You see that? So I'm just going to have apparently I'm supposed to go to the manor. So the murder site's there, and the manor is over there. And I can see where I am on the... Oh, there's a mini-map. I just noticed there's a mini-map. Oh, that is so nice. It doesn't display the people locations, but that's okay. That's so nice there's a mini-map. That actually is really helpful. There's a lot of games that give you a map and it's really useful, but without mini-maps makes such a difference, though. Actually having the ability to, get a little preview of the map. That's just the right size and zoom, I'd say, too. Like that mini-map there. I like that. I'm just gonna have a wander. Hello. It's Nair. Are you a ne'er-do-well?
If you're trying to find Oleander, you can take that ladder right outside.
Oh, okay, thanks. You have such an ordinary voice. Like, yo, I'm a guy. Okay, thanks, Nair. Oh, because it goes right up to the manor, yeah. I'll save the manor. I was told to go to the manor, so I will save that for last. I want to learn the town people first. Candle shop.
You're looking for Oleander? He is directly above here, in the Manor District.
Okay, I get the impression I'm not actually able to learn about other people and their personalities just yet. Because everybody's just telling me to go to the manor. So right now I don't really get to learn people. That being said, simply talking to them does make them show up on my list. So let's see if I can find out where everybody is. And it does make them show up on the map too, so that's pretty handy. That guy didn't fit the time period. The normal guy voice guy, yeah. He didn't sound... Well, what's interesting is, have you noticed that some people are kind of being British, but some aren't? Oh, this person's in a weird place. Hello.
Leander? No idea. Probably up in the Manor District.
Some people are British, and some dogs are British dogs, and some dogs are not British dogs. That's fine. You can have a melting pot, but yeah.
Looking for Oleander? It's up the stairs and to the left. Manor District.
The thing about having unprofessional voice actors, that's fine in itself, but you're kind of risking, desynchronization of voice acting quality. Basically, what I mean is that when you have a bunch of unprofessional voice actors, where you just get your friends the voice actor saying, the problem is some people are going to put a more convincing performance forward, while other people are going to put a less convincing performance. Again, it's not about professionalism. It's not about the quality of the voice acting. It's about the effort put in that I'm talking about. And some people are going to put in more effort than others. That's just going to naturally be how it works. So while one performance might have you go like, yes, I believe this character, another performance might have you go like, this is just somebody reading a line, you know?
Oleander? Is he that dog that wears the puffy coat? I don't know where he went. Sorry.
Okay, looking at your portrait art, I thought you were going to be a guide dog that talks like, blah, 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 blah. But no, you're that's a good... It's not the voice I expected. The guy's just fine. Like, I'll read the script. I mean, honestly, it's not... I would still not call it, like, a terrible performance. It's just a little milk toasty. Hello. Hello. Now we have to go around the counter. Okay.
Can't help you, pup. I'm busy. Come back later.
Yeah, see, he looks like his portrait pretty... But that voice accurately represents the character, I'd say. Oh, by the way, I broke the game. So normally, when you select a menu option, it does a little mouse icon, this little animation, and then the decision executes, like leaving. Somehow I broke the game, so it doesn't let me leave. Like, it's just looping this animation, and it's stuck. You know, there's actually an unstuck button, but I can't use it because there's a way to get yourself unstuck if you get stuck in geometry in this game, but what I just did, there's no escape. I have to close the game. No, nothing's working. Escape, enter, spacebar, nothing. This is unescapable. Yeah. Well, that's, I hope the dev watches this and notes that. Because, yeah, I mean, they have soft lock prevention for if you get stuck. Here's the thing. There's autosave, but I bet you the autosave doesn't trigger until I get to the manor. So I bet you that I didn't actually keep any progress, did I? Let's see. Okay, apparently the last person I talked to was a goth. Okay. Well. So let's see, the last person I talked to was a goth. That means... was that right before I win the bar? No, there's a halfway house here. I don't think I've been... Oh, no, this is the library. Halfway house is this building. Halfway house doesn't have a door because they only built it halfway. Let's go back to the inn. So I think it's auto-saved between the last transition I did. Let's try again with this guy.
Can't help you, pup. I'm busy. Come back later.
It did it again. Is Benzar impossible to talk to? Is he just broken? Or at least maybe his first line is before you actually go and advance that and start having more options. Once you can talk to him about other things, it might fix. It might be a very specific case that he's broken at the very start of the game, but he's fine after that. That would explain why they missed that. That would explain why he's broken and that wasn't fixed, because maybe it was just, you know. Let me try something. Let me go past him. Oh, there's stairs. Cellar? I didn't even buy her. Let's see. Okay, there's clearly a secret wall passage here. There's some secret area here, I bet you anything. That wall looks sus to me. Wait, that's a stretch texture. Whoops. Probably should fix that. But yeah, I bet you it's just that everybody has this intro dialogue before you advance the story at the first step. and they just forgot to check that everybody's intro dialogue isn't broken. I'm gonna try something with him though. Instead of clicking leave, I'm gonna try something else.
Can't help you, pup. I'm busy. Come back later.
Okay, well, I was able to hit leave repeatedly, but I'm still stuck. So yeah, he's actually a soft lock, at least at the beginning of the game. I wanted to go around and meet all the people before I went to the manor. I'll meet everybody but him because I can't talk to him right now. But yeah, I bet you anything, it's just this unique dialogue situation where before his dialogue... I bet he's just in an intro phase where after we go to the manor, the first objective, like, I bet all the characters then properly unlock. Because right now, the characters are not properly unlocked, you know what I mean? They're all in just, oh, I'm going to say one line and tell you to go to your objective. But later, I bet you could talk to everybody and they'll have, like, stuff to talk about while you're actually... Because I'm in the tutorial still. You know, we aren't in the investigative everybody phase. Once we enter the investigate everybody phase, I bet everybody's dialogue changes, and I bet at that point the innkeeper is probably not going to softlock me. Because it's like the main game phase. But for right now, yeah, it's just a fringe situation. They didn't do enough bug checking on that. Basically, obscure dialogue line leads to softlock because it's an obscure dialogue line. They didn't check it. It makes sense. I see missing that. That's not too crazy. I will say this, the song that's playing right now, it sets the tone nicely, but it's also like 20 seconds long and then it loops, so it's kind of unfortunately repetitive. One thing I also would say, developer, like, do you guys think that this door blends in way too hard? Like, it's obviously a door, but, like, it's very easy. You could just walk past it and just think... It kind of looks like everybody who's played a video game probably knows what I'm talking about. It looks like the sort of door you pass in a video game that's just there for set dressing, just there for environmental detail. You're not actually supposed to interact with it. You guys know what I'm talking about? You ever play a video game, like you're going through a city in a video game, and yeah, there's all these doors because it's a city, but they're not interactable doors, so they're just kind of sitting there. They're not, like, highlighted or anything. I feel like these doorways, you know what they could do to make these doorways a lot easier to notice and know you can interact with them? Have a light shine underneath the door or around the door frame. Just have it would be a very natural way of doing it. Just have the inside light, like through the windows here, you see how this? Have the inside light just pour out from underneath the door, and that would really mark all the entrances really nicely and get you clued in that you can go inside. It'd also be a very, like, natural and realistic way of doing it, which wouldn't break immersion. They should do that. Or have an interesting about the door. I'm just thinking of ways to keep it a little more diegetic, but that would be a way too. Yeah. Hello, it's Kato.
You're looking for Oleander? Wrong spot, Mr. Detective. This is the orphanage.
I wonder what this little circle means, because they have one blue section filled in. Also, I like how there's a dog named Kato. By the way, did you see that animation when I clicked the leave button? So, with the innkeeper, the animation doesn't stop, and thus you can never escape. But with everybody else, it's working as intended. Oh, so this is an orphanage, I guess. Again, no doorway. If there's a doorway, you can enter it, and if there's no doorway, then, well, you can't, I guess. Oh, there's somebody here. I know, it's the last second. Maybe Kato wants to be a cat. Maybe.
Oleander. Not sure where he's at. Probably with Otho over in the Manor District.
Also, amateur voice acting aside, one thing the devs should have done, and this is very important when you have a game with a lot of, like, voice dialogue, balance the voices. Sound balancing. Some people in this game are, like, literally kind of, like, gruffing into their mics, and while other characters are like, this one is just so quiet. It's kind of it's not the voice actor's job to balance your audio. That is definitely on the developer's side. You know, that's on the people putting the game together. They need to go through the sound files and go like, well, this one is significantly louder or quieter than this one, so let me quiet it down or louden it up. Very important to do that. Hi, Eli.
Ah, you're the other detective. Looking for Oleander? He is over in the Manor District, opposite side of the city.
Yeah, because some of the voice actors have made me think I should turn down the dialogue volume, and then some of them made me think I should turn it up. It's very odd. The door is locked. Oh no, August's house cannot be opened because it's January. You can't open it at this time. It's August. It's an August house. Oh, I haven't seen it before. But yeah, well, let's see if we can find everybody. We found quite a few people. The murder happened over here, or up above me, I guess. Oh, there's actually a place down here. I guess in case you fall or something, or maybe there is something down here. Oh, there is. Where am I going? That's a good question. Under bridge. I mean, that's true. That's where I'm at. There's a little lean-to here. Does anybody live down here, you think? Let's see. Oh, I just realized Ferris here.
I just got here.
Oh, well, I looked over at just the right time to notice then. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Since we were both busy, Mom and I are going to be playing WoW tomorrow.
Okay.
Make use of the fact that I sadly do not have a poke roll tomorrow because our DM is still sick.
Oh, I see. What happens if I go in the water? Oh, it's ice.
And this temperature is bad things, probably.
I mean, I don't know, that doesn't quite, I guess it could be ice. It doesn't look like ice to me, though, but... Where am I going? Where am I going? The answer is off the map. Glad you're doing okay. We've been sick for 2 weeks, so...
Yeah.
It's either something... Like, colds shouldn't last this long, really, with us, especially.
Oh, colds last forever with me.
We don't normally have it this long, though it does kind of seem like it could be allergy-related, which... We got allergy shots a long, long time ago, Caleb did as a kid. And they more or less cured them all, but I guess under heavy circumstances, they can be reactivated. And the vent clean, we became this way after the vent cleaning happened for the entire apartment. So I'm thinking that just kicked up too much dust for us, because that was one of our allergens back in the day.
Oof, possibly.
Also, like, what are these ruined houses down here? Did this place used to have another district and it flooded, maybe? Where am I going? Where am I actually... The map doesn't tell me where I am anymore. But I mean, I can climb all the way up here, so...
I suppose the City of Ink didn't have enough ink for your map, then.
I feel like this is just not a... Wait, no. Well then. Great Ink Bridge. Oh, did I get... I don't know. Oh, this is a... Door is locked, alright. Hey, I'm not enough ink, I suppose. Where? I still have no idea where I am, though. Technically, this is the Bridge District, though. Maybe I'm to the right? And this is probably a way out on the map. That's a ferret spawned in. Yep. Okay, I guess I'll go back into town. Wait, did I just... This is the start. This is the start of the game. I walked all the way to the south, I guess, somehow. Alright, that's fine. So I guess down there is not death or out of bounds like I thought originally. But no, I don't think there's any townspeople in that area, so... There might be a really sneaky beaky guy somewhere outside the city, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's go over to... Yeah, there's some stores here. Oh, I see. There's doorways to tell me where I can enter. That's actually very useful. I just noticed that. Honestly, the map's really good overall. It's diegetic and functional. Especially helpful to know where the doorways are when they're hard to see in game, like in the actual.
Oh, there are people around here.
Yeah, there are. And we have an investigative journal, so that's the reason I'm trying to find everybody, because it unlocks them every time you find them. Alright, wait, why do I already have some means with some people? Cato, they could have done it. Could easily have hit on the palace bridge, stabbed the king and retreated, I guess.
Are you like an advisor or something?
We're a detective. The king was murdered. We're here. There's already another detective here. We're supposed to meet up with them. But before then, I figured I'd walk around trying to find all the townspeople, because it's a game where you have to investigate the townspeople, then guess who murdered. So it's a whodunit, so I gotta meet everybody. Because I can't say whodunit if I don't know people.
It was this person, the first person I ran into. Okay, speed run over.
Here's another person.
Who are you?
What's that accent? Oh, and also there's one character that will softlock us if I talk to them.
Because of course.
Well, I think everybody has this unique intro dialogue before I actually get the quest started. I'm technically in the tutorial before I go to the manor. So I think that one character's intro dialogue was just not checked to see if it was okay, basically.
Oleander, you would have one too many stairs. You want to head back down one flight of stairs and continue straight along the castle wall.
Okay, Vigo. Oh no, Vigo, he's the bad guy because that's the name of the villain from Ghostbusters 2. You remember that? That's the guy in the painting. He was very evil.
I have not seen Ghostbusters 2 in a very, very, very...
Neither have we, but we just remember the name Vigo, because Vigo. Oh, here's where the murder happened. Okay, why was the king all the way over here, though? I guess he was... What's this place? I don't know. That's, knife to the throat, apparently. That seems like a lot of blood for that, but I don't know.
Well, if you get the jugular...
I guess so. It was the butler, it's always the butler. Well, here's the captain, the guard. He'd be a pretty logical pick for... Oh, no, who would have thought it'd be him sort of pick? Because it's the captain, the guard. You'd think he'd be protecting the team.
He wasn't getting paid enough to stand out in this cold weather.
He's pretty... I like how everybody... Like, most people are standing out in the cold, which is kind of surprising. You'd think that everybody would be in a building, but nope. And, alright, that person...
Wouldn't have much of an investigative game if everybody was in one place.
True. And that goes down to... That's where we were. Under bridge not maintained. Okay, so it does kind of indicate there's an area down there by saying that. But yeah, okay. I've almost gone everywhere... Ink shop. Huh. You know, there's a little X. There's a little X next to the names of locations to indicate like this is a place. You know, a little X to mark the spot, so to speak. But it's right next to the X. Right next to ink shop made me read it differently.
Oh dear.
Okay, it's not just me. You see what I mean?
It took me a moment.
Specialty store. That's all I'm going to say if you don't understand the joke. Okay, so this is the manor I'm supposed to actually visit. I kind of wanted to go to the... Wait. Can I go to the prison tower or am I not allowed to? Oh, there's... Oh, no. Is that the guy I'm supposed to meet? No, I think I'm supposed to meet the guy inside.
Hello. I see you're wearing academy robes. Looking for Oleander, I presume. He's on the manor deck, overlooking the city.
I really do like the portrait art. Also, this guy's really trying with the voice acting. Some people are super trying and some people aren't when it comes to voice actors. Nobody's doing like a terrible job, but yeah, there's definitely a lot more effort put in with some people.
Amateur voice acting.
Oleander, you took one too many turns.
Oh no, okay. I appreciate the effort though when it's there. It's just that line. Listen to the first line.
Oleander, you took one too many turns.
They should have cut that. It was Oleander. You took one too many turns. Probably should have cut that breath out.
I wasn't.
When you breathe into your mic between your lines, it happens. You gotta take a breath now. Then you know. It's just unfortunate when you do it right into the mic.
Maybe it's because of the low volume I've got the stream on, but it sounded to me like it was also a mic problem.
Well, yeah, they could have bumped their mic, but it sounded more to just breathe right into their mic, basically.
Like the quality of the sound.
Oh yeah. I mean, these
tinny.
people are everybody doing the voice acting clearly has a different mic, like different quality mic. So some people have better mics than others. I mean, the intro had voice acting for, I guess we're an apprentice, so our like master detective person was the one that wrote the letter, and it was like voice acted by them, and they were literally kind of breaking their mic a little bit, like they were being too loud into their mic, and the mic was breaking a little bit. Peaking, that's the word. Okay, how many people have I found? Obviously there's one in front of me right here. That's the guy I was meant to talk to. So, let's see how many people I'm missing.
That looks like progression. Let's not do this.
That's why, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's possible I might not be able to find some people before progression, though. So I'm missing 6 people, but one of them is Oleander. One of them is the barkeep I can't really talk to. So I'm missing 4 people. I didn't find anybody in the Wick. Did I even go through the Wick district? No. I found most people, though. I haven't gone to the prison tower either, but it seems to be locked up from both sides, so I can't actually go in it. Let's see. I'm just considering.
I'm very excited to see Trenchcoat Adventurer.
Hehe. Let me go to the Wick district real fast, and then we'll talk to Oleander. Also, just because we play to be Unreal Engine games, I can say that this jumping animation is a default Unreal jumping animation. It's I know because I've noticed it before. It looks like a surfing pose, like I'm gonna surf the wave. Ooh.
It's the Spider-Man jump.
Or it looks like you're doing a kickflip off a skateboard and doing an air jump.
Yeah, it's the Spider-Man jump.
Yeah, that's probably what they copied it. That's probably what they copied it from Spider-Man. Yeah, I can't talk to the end guy. I don't think there's anybody else in the end. Surprisingly, I thought there might be, but I didn't see anybody. So, okay, I have been through the Wick district, and okay, yeah, I think that's all the people I could find currently. I might just be missing some, but we found most people, so.
Oh, Inn reminded me of something. By the way, Merry 10th Day of Christmas.
What?
Merry 10th Day of Christmas.
You're gonna have to explain that one. Hello.
Haven't you ever wondered why the song is the 12 Days of Christmas?
I thought it was just the days leading up to Christmas. That's what that meant.
Nope. The Christmas season is 12 days in the church, just like any other season in the church.
Oh, I didn't know that how that worked.
Yep, it lasts from Christmas Day until Epiphany, which is, incidentally, January 6th.
I saw you crossing the bridge.
Wait, would that mean today's
Thought you were Cold Feet, the delivery dog.
Whatever.
The master detective never really liked me much. It's a shame he has taken such lengths to question my ability. I've already solved the murder. Do you have any questions?
Oh, you already solved it. Okay, well, let's get some insight.
The dog was a former apprentice. You recognize his face from one of the portraits of his Heckler's hall. He refuses to look at you. He is calm, but embarrassed? Or what?
Hmm.
Do you have any questions, or are you gonna stare at me some more? Well, I'm sure the steward already told you. The king's brother stabbed him in the neck. The two would talk every night in the bridge district. August initially came running to the guards saying the king had been stabbed. When the guards arrived, they found August's knife in the king's neck.
Well, August clearly didn't do it, because if August noticed that it was his own knife, if August stabbed the king with his own knife and then ran to the guards, like, why would you stab somebody with your own knife, especially if it's like identified as yours?
This isn't
Clearly a frame job.
This isn't Among Us. You don't self-report.
Yeah.
Unless
For timeline,
damn
the king was murdered 4 days ago. I came to the city of Ink 2 days ago to visit my friend Otho. When I arrived, August was detained, but they had no motive. I searched his workshop and found a journal signed by him declaring I should have been king.
Oh, planted evidence.
Suffice to say, murder of a brother, driven by jealousy. It would not be the first time court murder had such a basis. I'm just shocked how sloppy it was. If he concealed his identity in the acts, he could have been king.
He's determined. He's already determined that it's exactly how it was. He even says, "I'm shocked how sloppy it was." Do you want to question why it was sloppy? Maybe.
I'm sorry. Just looking at this guy, listening to him, I wonder if this counts as wooden.
Seems so unlikely. Look, Apprentice, I was thorough with my investigation, but there are holes. As with any investigation, really.
So you weren't thorough. I was thorough by investigation, but my investigation does have holes. It wasn't thorough. What did you say though? His performance being wooden? Yeah, some of the voice actors are just talking, and some of them are like, "Oi, some of them are like actually put on like some voices, and some people are just talking.
I was about to give my own dry read of the last line he said, but I can try this one.
Sure.
Though I am shocked by my own results even. August? It seems so unlikely. Look, Apprentice, I was thorough with my investigation, but there are holes, as with any investigation, really.
See,
what do you think of that?
That's a good emotional delivery. I would put a little spin on it because it's kind of like a medieval verse, so I'd like put a little tone on the voice probably. But
yeah,
honestly,
it's a dry read.
A dry read, but for a dry read, that is far better than his dry read, which is just saying lines.
It possibly was his dry read.
Honestly, if the king was murdered, I feel like you should be a little more emotive about that. Like, it's the king. Come on.
But if Drake, the MD...
No, it was 4 days ago.
If he really doubts me that much still, maybe I can help. I don't ever hope to be accepted by him again, but maybe I can earn some of his respect back by helping you.
Also, like, the lines are indicating question mark, but his statements are period. You know what I mean? Like, both of those statements were apparently a, maybe I can help, maybe I can earn some of his respect back by helping you. That's how he should be reading lines, but he just was like, maybe I can earn some of his respect back by helping you. Like, he's ending his lines with a period, but the actual script says question marks, so that's another bad read, sort of, too.
Kind of. The script does have the question mark, so he probably should have gone by the script, but a lot of other times, it's like, if you're saying maybe, a lot of times people end it on a period because they're making it a maybe this happened instead of maybe this happened.
But I feel like the script should be probably changed to maybe be an ellipses at the end. Maybe I can earn some of his respect back by helping you. Just did it with ellipses or something because he's like pondering that, and as he says it as a statement. Crimson says, that wasn't you read in the first place, Fair. What do you mean by that? Fair just did a line read. What do you mean? Also, I'm supposed to answer yes or no? I don't know. I'm his apprentice. I don't know what he's going to choose, but I guess I'll say yes.
Very well. I will walk you through the rules as a detective.
Oh, yeah, I can.
I'll assume they are the same as my own, having both trained under Drake. You see the dial that just changed color?
Yeah.
That's my favorability. You have the skill to visualize and assume how much others like you.
I don't know why that's apostrophe S, but yeah, so it was red and then turned blue. So red equals they don't like you, and blue, I guess they like you or are okay with you.
The higher the favor, often the better.
Yeah.
Dogs will divulge additional information when they like you. This information is indicated by the number of stars beside an option. If you don't have enough favor, you will still get info, but it will be limited. So it's still worth selecting these options.
Okay, so they said the stars. I thought they do like a fancy graphic, but no, the person
It's
writing
asterisks.
the dialogue just added some asterisks after the dialogue. That's okay. That works though. It's functional.
Is this in development? Is this early access?
Let me actually answer that question. No, it's just released.
Oh no.
And by just I mean December 19th released. Released as a full thing. I have
to update.
At least it's an Unreal Engine game that doesn't run too bad once I've selected the lower quality option, because the high quality was not running well with all the dynamic, whatever lighting messiness that Unreal always does. But yeah, let's see.
Exactly. You selected an option requiring 2 favor. The full answer is locked behind that 2 favor, but doesn't always entail the information is completely locked. You can pry to take a chance and unlock hidden information.
I'm guessing the favor. I'm guessing okay. He has a little sphere that has 3 sections. Red means they don't like you, and I'm guessing that when they say 2 favor, I'm guessing what I would need then is 2 blue sections for Oleander here. So if I had at least 2 blue sections filled, then that would be 2 favor. And obviously, if I have multiple red sections filled, that means somebody really hates me, probably.
Pry will always lower favor by 1 point, but might sometimes unlock key information. Why not try it?
Okay.
The Master Detective has trained you well. Pry is a powerful tool, but
yeah,
be cautious of its misuse. Oftentimes, prying too early or often will completely lock you from information you need high favor for.
Now, I get this. The system seems interesting. It's pretty simple. You can fill that meter on the left with either blue, meaning they like you, they like how you're talking to them, or red, which means they don't like you. And you can pry at any time to get information, but it'll always lower the favor by 1. Either, removing a blue or adding a red, or just neutralizing it.
Additionally, I know of one detective who pried too much
The reading
and was
for the
convicted
VA
of the
was-
murder she sought to solve. The town's dog growing angry at her disrespect. Be careful.
What situation was this? I know of a detective who pried so many people, they were just like, you know what, you're really annoying. I think you did the murder. Wow. Imagine just being so annoying that they accuse you of being the murderer. So that's a 1 game over we can get, I guess. What'd you say, Fair?
Anyway, I love Crimson's saying, the reading from the VA was so normal. I thought Fair or someone was just reading it off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, the VA reading was so normal. That's not Fair's voice, though, nor is it mine. Yep.
One of the more advanced skills you may have is to see if something is missing. Often, dialogue options will be hidden until you have a certain piece of evidence. This is indicated by the star of the Empire. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do. It's right there.
When this appears, come back later when you have a new piece of evidence that would entail a new line of discussion. Speaking of discussion, you should have 3 actions as a detective: investigation, chat, and favor. Would you like me to explain those?
I think the mechanical system here is fine. They're basically saying that if a little icon flashes on when you're talking to somebody, that means that you should probably come back to them with something else, some evidence of some sort. So there's like useful little helpful tricks here and there to help you work with the mechanics. I do actually think that seems pretty good overall.
Investigation always asks directly about the current investigation. In your case, the murder of King Mir. As a young detective, you may think this is your best means of solving an investigation, but not always.
Yeah, because you have to be careful.
Being a detective involves balancing relationships, give and take, tit for tat. Clues are often hidden in the most menial places. Chat goes directly to the heart of this. You learn about the dogs you are investigating, their lives, relationships, motives. Ah, yes, favors. In doing favors, you build trust and raise favorability. Every investigation is different, but many are solved by doing favors. It opens up new lines of investigation and additional evidence. You have insight. So you're a...
Okay, why is he asking that? He actually talked earlier about how we had insight.
I'm not familiar with the insight skill. You have more experience with it than I, but from what I've heard, it can allow you to read people's minds sometimes. That is certainly a power.
Okay, that's weird, because literally the conversation started with him telling us, you should try using your insight. You could do this thing and see what the color is. And now later he says, oh, you have this ability? You taught us about it. Of course we do. There's something wrong there with the script.
Anyway, thank you for allowing me to walk you through detective skills. If you have any questions regarding the investigation and evidence, I may be able to help.
But yeah, I don't blame you, Christopher, for being confused. Yeah, some of these performances are so very normal talking person, that I wouldn't be surprised if we had a bunch of people in the VC that some people might think we're just doing the voice acting ourselves. But with no offense meant, I would put more emotion in, though, if I were doing it.
Yeah. Voice acting is... Line delivery is hard.
Also, from what I've heard, so you can pry, but it hurts your favor. You can investigate, but it might hurt your favor. It seems like what I want to do right off the bat, because it sounds like having more favor is always a good thing, unlocks more options, etc. It sounds like what I want to do is probably not pry about the murder at all, and just chat people up and do them favors at first. Just kind of make everybody more chill with me before I do any actual investigating, if I can avoid it.
What do you need help?
But with the favors, I can see it. I know what's going to happen. We're going to get equipped sunglasses, fetch quests.
I mean, probably.
You are stuck. I want to know what to do next.
Okay, I think I'm good with him for now. Let's start. Let me test my theory on that.
Get it?
Yeah, so
Apprentice.
We can do insight too, because that seems fine.
An air of tired confidence, a sponge squeezed dry. Is he tired of the happenings of war and death? The snow radiates from him. Paper, ink, glue.
Okay, so he's writing a book. Interested in insight. I don't like this though. Insight. After insight, I have the option to pry. Otherwise, I have to choose leave, and then I have to reopen the dialogue prompts.
Apprentice.
Do you see my problem with that? What if I want to insight and then also chat after that? No, I have to X the menu and then enter again. It's not a huge deal, but this game's all about talking to people, so I feel like the talking to people thing should be as functional as possible. You know?
I do like that the keyboard prompts are individually made.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yes. I am always interested in a good conversation. What do you wish to talk about? I am Otho. I was a banker, first in my family, but I also taught economics at the Reserve. I grew up on the outskirts of the capital and moved here after the Raven War to finally read my backlog of books.
So 100% of the voice actors in this game are amateur, and they sound pretty amateur, but some of them are trying a lot harder than others. For instance, Otho here is really giving it his all as far as playing the character.
I was also good friends with the king. He was one of my students back at the Reserve. My nephew, Nair, also lives here.
See, he gives the energy of a good school play. You know what I mean? School plays being like pretty amateur performances of probably famous plays and stuff, but if the kids are really into it, you know, doing the school play, then it's a pretty good performance.
Oh yes, my nephew Nair lives here. He grew up here, actually. My sister's pup, he is. She's long passed. But I was very close with her. I wish I was closer with Nair. And Oleander is, at this point, my adopted son. His father was my closest friend, but like many others, he too passed young. I helped raise Oleander in his late childhood and sponsored him through the academy. He is a very bright one, aced all his exams, was even the Emperor's nominee. They only give that to one student a year. I'm very proud of him. Then the Raven War came around and he took up the crossbow. He's returned to detective work and teaches lore and history at the Reserve. But the master detective never forgave him for something. I doubt he'll ever return to the academy.
Alright, what about books?
Books? I do love them. Not just the academic kind, but the stories, the mythos. Every year, Oleander brings Joanne and I a delivery of books. This year, he brought fewer than normal, but he did bring a very old, unique one about Lucken. The founding emperor. The myth of black wolves, it's called. It's quite the read.
Oh, there's wolves too.
Hello,
Oh, yeah. Let's see
Apprentice.
about favor.
I hate to ask, but I do have something. I wove this banner for Nier, our family crest. I want to give it to him. I truly do. I'm just fearful he will reject it. This might be overreaching. I'm old. I can't reach high spots or move quickly. But I've seen you jumping around this city. Would you hang this banner in the guard tower? The tower is to the left as you enter the city, by the front arch down the hallway. Thank you, Apprentice. You are kind. Here's the banner, and please do not tell him it was from me.
Oh yeah, you're right about fetch quests. That's why there's a quest journal.
Call it. Well, we are dogs.
Yeah, there's a whole fetch quest. So there's guard tower, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Let's see.
I love that the game. What I love is the game makers knew that gamers were going to be jumping around randomly. So he said, "Oh, I've seen you jumping around here."
Oh no. Alright, how long until I run into a quest? It's like, could you pick me a white flower? I think I saw one on the outskirts and I just found one by accident, but I can't pick it.
No.
I can't. I wish I could take it early. You know that's a quest. Well, I know where it's right here. It's right here.
I know it's a quest. I know it's a quest because it is single and solitary, and you haven't seen any others like it.
It's very obviously like that I need to pick up, but not right now. Also, I think I gotta jump into the chasm now. I chose incorrect. I was trying to jump down to the guard tower level. I did not do that right. Well, at least I figured out there's a flower. Oh no, that means there might be stuff like out here in the expanse too.
Oh, good. No fall damage.
Yeah, very fortunate that. Poor Zim stream the other day had a deal of Zolet and one of Zim's VC talking about books. Is
That's
that bad?
not a bad problem
Is
to
that
have.
bad? Like books? Oh no, books! I hate books.
That's a problem more people need to have. That said, I know I've probably recommended it before, but the Temeraire series. If you like dragons, Temeraire. A lot of humans, but still good.
By the way, there's one huge problem I have with this game. There is no sprint, as far as I can tell. This is just, I really feel like this world is big enough. I feel like, especially if I'm supposed to like go out and explore and look for things like flower. Definitely feel like there should be a sprint.
Though it would be funny, and it would be funny if sprinting on the ice made you slip.
That would be kind of amusing. Another reason to have a sprint key, if that did that.
Because games like this with a, like a murder mystery or something that's also pretty, grim and dark and stuff, needs to have some levity. And that would be a great way to add some.
Another huge problem I have is that the main song for the city is this guitar riff. I don't think it's even 30 seconds before it loops. I feel like your main town theme should be a bit long, considering you're gonna walk around this town as the main part of the game, so... It's not a bad loop, but I mean there's a clear loop point where it stops and then it goes back up, but it's not like a terrible song or anything, it's just...
Irony of all ironies, in my ITAA meeting, I met someone who, last year, finished a game and submitted it, and it got some decent reviews and stuff, and he was also a composer for it. And the reason I say it's ironic is because this is a group for Internet and Tech Addicts Anonymous.
I'm confused.
Person who makes video games is in a support group for people who use tech too much.
Oh, no, I'm confused about how to complete the quest.
Oh. Are you sure you're in the right tower?
This is Otho's banner. It is for Nair's guard tower. I am in Nair's guard tower. You can see the name there.
Go around until you find a prompt.
I was like, do I just put it on a random wall? I don't know. I'm pressing E on things. Oh no! The E is the interact prompt, but if you press E, you stop moving for some reason, even if you're holding forward. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay. But yeah, nearest tower is literally this one. How do you actually do that? How do you actually... Oh my goodness. A whole tutorial about the investigative system, but not a single clue how to place it. Like, yeah, I can pull it out to look at it, but...
And this is likely the very first favor that people are going to do.
Wait, there's a bunch of dust up here. Hold on.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. This is really awkward.
This is nearest tower.
Gesundheit.
Lone banner post. Place the banner.
Gesundheit again.
Asked you to place.
So I had to jump and hit interact while falling. There. Did it. That's the... I guess that's the city symbol. Very simple.
You said it was the family crest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's crests here and there if you look around the map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's that favor done. Should I go back and talk to him again? I think I will. Let him know it's done. I don't know if you need to let him know, but... By the way, I went from 1 to 2 favor when I accepted the quest. I assume we're at 3 favor now that I've done it, but we'll see. Also, hello.
Academy robes? Detective, I take it.
His fur is streaked with gray. His movements betray a younger dog. His eyes, though keen, seem to strain. His small scars dot his muzzle. He has temper, or hate, dancing around his mind.
That's an interesting description.
Apprentice.
Yeah, I really feel like there should be a back button when you do like an insight or whatever, because that time I wasn't able to pry, I just had to leave. And so if you do an insight, you have to end the conversation to redo it.
Have you seen Agoth running around? Little troublemaker, that one. Ona is pretty upset with him about something to do with a brooch.
Agoth, I don't think I've run into them.
He's a good pup, though. No doubt he'll grow up strong and wise.
Oh, no, I haven't seen... They're a puppy.
I recently
haven't
found Agoth and Roman's secret hideout. Sorrel finds little stones for Roman, and I always wondered where he keeps them all. Their fort was covered in them, and it had written little poems on them in charcoal. Their spelling could use some work, but some of the poems were quite excellent. Anyway, keep the secret hideout between you and me. Don't want the pups knowing we discovered their secrets.
Okay, so 2 of the characters I haven't met are these pups, which are probably their secret hideout.
Apprentice. Have you seen Agoth? He's a good
Let's
pup,
see.
though. No doubt he'll grow up.
Their fort was
strong-wise.
covered in little stones.
I recently found Agoth and Roman's secret hideout. So their spelling, anyway.
He says keep the secret hideout between you and me, but he didn't actually tell me where it was. He just said he found it.
Apprentice.
So I don't actually know where the secret hideout is.
There. Apprentice.
Apprentice. You have a favor?
Oleander should have delivered a new set of books to Joanne. His shipment was smaller this time, but he did bring this book I requested.
You don't feel this time. He doesn't sound right, does he? He says he's really normal.
It's a small book
He
of
sounds almost like the
riddles
same
and
person
jokes.
as
I
Oleander.
greatly enjoyed it as a pup and thought
As
it
who?
would direct some of Agoth's chaotic energy. Would you want to take it to him? He loves when dogs from day and visit.
I would love that because I haven't actually met him.
Excellent. Thank you. Here it is.
Oh no, he's not. So I have one immediate problem with this game. You walk around, you find people, then you know where they are, but I don't. Wait. Oh, I can't mouse over on the map. I was wondering. So can I? Do I know where? How am I supposed to find people if I don't find them? You know, like once I find them, they're on the map. But before then, how am I supposed to find people if I don't know where they are? Like, it's kind of once I find somebody the first time, there they are. They have an icon on the map. I don't know. You can't mouse over to figure out who's who, but you can see the icons, right? But there's like 3 people I haven't actually found, and I don't know where they are. So,
great.
Because I did, you guys saw, I did quite a walk around looking around for people, but
yeah.
So now I'm supposed to deliver this book to Agoth, but I don't know where Agoth is.
This one could have been in the oven a bit longer, or would it be the freezer in this case?
Well, most of the ideas seem fine.
How can
It's
I help,
just...
Apprentice? Anything new in the investigation? If you find any
Okay, two
integral
different
evidence,
voice
I'm more
actors.
than happy to share my thoughts. I want to help you.
Okay, so if I get evidence, I can show it to him. Alright. Let's tell him his favorite.
Hello. Thank you for agreeing.
Oh, interesting. He doesn't actually really care that I complete the quest. I got
Hello.
I got favor with him when I accepted the quest, finishing the quest, finished it, but it didn't seem to affect the favor any further. Interesting.
That's not quite how people work, folks.
Did the commander Vigo say you should
That
talk
means
to
you
me?
could totally just accept
Why are you
everybody's
bothering
favors.
me?
She is close to you in age, but has scars from the Raven War. It's likely she was one of the Pup Soldier volunteers. The Pups that lost their family unit
Pup
and
Soldier
sought out revenge
volunteers,
against
so-
the Ravens.
Not sure I like the name.
How
Pup
to
Soldier.
the apprentice.
With favor
help you
one.
with all.
Oh, I can't actually do. I can't do favor right now because they don't like me enough. I needed 1 star. You guys can't see it, but there's an asterisk next to favor.
You want to chat with me? Only the orphans want to do that. They ask the silliest questions. I am Ona, of the Kalantiri, and pup warrior of the Raven Wall. I specialize in spears, but know my way around the crossbow. Most dogs learn the crossbow during the war. It was a bit of a necessity. The Kalantiri is perhaps the second or third most influential Empiric state after Dane and the Old Salt Kingdom. They were the instigators of the Empiric Wars after invading Algon. They have a rich culture, but the state has much shame for being the home of the White Wolf.
There's clearly some well-built-up lore here that's been written, though I do think there's a bit of spelling issues here and there. But the actual story seems to be well constructed, as far as I can tell. Hard to actually tell how good a story is for a whodunit until you've actually reached the end of it, but because the actual end of the whodunit is either going to make or break the story a lot of times.
Yes, I trained under Rohel's regiment, specializing in spears and blades. Rohel is Cato's father. Vigo was my commander and sub-commander under Rohel, partly why Vigo took in Cato and the others. Every dog learned the crossbow in the Raven Wall. Oleander was one of my trainers. It's nice to see him again every year. He is a kind dog.
Okay, so if I try to do a favor of her...
No, I don't need help.
I like that line, "Howl to thee, apprentice." That's a greeting. That's a dog greeting. Howl to thee.
Instead of hail.
Yeah, howl to thee. So I probably can safely talk. Speaking of howls, we did have the timer end, but let's look around a little bit more.
Oh, you must be the young apprentice. I've seen you climbing all over the city lately.
This dog is a master of her craft, hands that moved with practiced precision. She carries herself with a quiet elegance, a subtle sign of a life lived beyond the city of ink. She enjoys sharing secrets.
Custom.
What brings you to me this time? You wish to talk with me? What about? I come from a family of glassmakers. They became involved in admittedly more nefarious things. I don't miss them. I will admit that.
Oh no, the illicit glass trade.
I am from the Kingdom Calm, south of Dane, between the Orgorian Badlands and Sallow.
Well, hi, Christy.
It's
I was
sunny
wherever
there,
you went.
always. It was a hard transition coming to this. The city is so close to the Darkway, too. Is unnerving at times. I miss home, though home also has problems. Ink is good for Rune, so I'm happy here.
Yes,
What brings
I have
you
to
to
back
me
out
this
there to
time?
do favor.
I do have something you could help with. It may directly benefit your investigation. A few days in a row, I noticed the bridge tower was glowing brighter than usual. I was going to check why, but after the king was murdered, I replenish the candles there weekly. I'm not asking you to do that, but maybe you might check the tower before I go to replenish them? I don't want to find anything morbid in there. Great, here's the key. It's the only key left, so don't lose it.
Oh, I talked to
went
somebody
missing
important because I
last
got a
year.
key. So that's going to actually let me access one of the areas past the murder site, basically. Also, yeah, I got favor for accepting the quest again. Odd way of doing it, but I mean, doing the quest might have their benefits. Either way, so.
Yeah, it's still, I can tell a lot of players are just going to go around, accept everybody's favors, and then do the investigation and just not carry out the favors for a lot.
I mean, it's possible. Well, you might need to do the favors. I don't know. There might be stuff locked behind doing the favors. For instance, one of the favors to give a book to Agoth. Well, maybe Agoth won't talk to me until I give him the book. Maybe he won't like me until I give him the book, and then he'll like me. So, completing some quests might be required to actually get conversations going.
Hello, I'm Vigo, sub-commander of the 11th Legion, and
the guard captain looks you directly in the eyes, his brows ever so slightly downcast.
And by the way, we can criticize the voice acting or not, but to be perfectly blunt, there's probably like over an hour of voice acting in this game when you consider how many. This is a dialogue-focused game. If everything's voice acted, that's a lot of voice acting.
Oh yeah.
Because I could be here for hours just listening to their lines, probably.
I managed to receive a reassignment here after my sister, Citrius, was commissioned as the guardian of the Ink Orphanage. The orphanage itself was in ruin when we arrived. Me, Citrius, Sorrel, and, August repaired the orphanage together. The orphans here are the children of my friends who fell in battle during the Raven War, so I care deeply for them.
I like this voice actor quite a bit, actually. This guy might be one of the more professional ones. He's not doing a heavy accent or anything, but his tone works very well for the character, I think. Okay, why did that make me leave? Okay.
I managed to receive a reassignment here after my sister. The orphanage itself.
I guess because it's really weird how there's like leave options when there really
Apprentice.
should be other ways to do things. You know, go back to other things.
A favor? You want to do me a favor? Well, I carved these swords for the kids. August helped, actually. If you would like, you could bring these swords to Cato for me.
Yeah, he's actually doing a really good job because he's like a serious guard captain, but he's still emoting. But while maintaining that guard captain aura. He's actually doing a really good the voice actor did a good job with this character.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Makes me feel a little less worried, knowing the boys will have those.
Do you know how difficult it is to play a character that is like military and designed not to emote? Because you know they're military, they're more proper, they're more focused, but at the same time they are still given those bits of emotion as you're talking to them because they are not a robot. They they do have emotions, so you demonstrate that just in a more controlled manner. That's really tricky to do, to emote a character that is not supposed to emote that strongly, but also doing it convincingly. That's really tricky. Also, again, I think I got another quest that vehicle card wooden swords for the orphans. I should bring them to Kato. Oh well, I can go. I know where Kato is, but wait. Well, honestly, a huge downside to this game is that I really think that I should be able to mouse over a person icon and get a name. The fact that you can't get names for these icons means that, for instance, right now, oh, I need to go to Kato. Okay, I know that Kato is one of these dots, but I don't know which one. So if I could mouse over and find out, that is something that would be very handy. I mean, we can see, like, I think Kato was near the bridge. But yeah. But you see a distinct problem there. I think, is it Ava Kato? I don't know who that is. Also, hi, Sheikah. The voice acting is all over the place in this game. Some people are doing a hammy job, but they're putting their heart into it. Some are fairly professional of it, and others are just not even trying, and it's all over the place. I mean, they're trying. I shouldn't say they're not even trying. There are some people that are not good at voice acting, so when they try, it doesn't sound like they're trying, if that makes sense. Like, they don't really put themselves into the character because they don't understand how to do that. So it sounds like they're not trying, but they really are actually technically trying. They're just not very well trained. The door is locked. No? Oh, wait. Maybe it's the prison tower I have a key for? I thought this was the bridge tower. I mean, literally it's on the bridge and it's a tower, but I'll go over here. I think what we have here is a game which the developer clearly had a goal in mind with this, right? That is also locked. Well, now I'm just confused. But yeah, I think what we have here is a game that the developers put a lot of heart into it. I think they're still an amateur game dev though, so I'm seeing a lot of amateur mistakes here and there. I guess you could say. Nothing against them. Let's see, am I right? No, that's Citrius.
I've never seen you around.
I'm gonna go a little faster.
Confident, pragmatic. Not much seems to be going on.
Why I would like this more than voice acting. I should probably switch games.
What do you wish to talk about? Not much happens in the city of Ink.
Also, Hirsch voice actor's so quiet.
It's nice to catch up with those from back home. I am the caretaker of the 3 orphans.
Oh, she is the caretaker of the orphans. Wait, why was I supposed to go to Kato then?
They're good pups. Agoth is a bit of a troublemaker, but no doubt he'll learn with Cato and Roman as his brother.
I'm not allowed to talk about the
also,
pups with them, though.
Captain Vigo is my brother. Vigo and I are siblings. We have stuck together since we were born, working together. After the Raven War, he was to be named the new commander of the 11th Legion, but refused the post to be here. Yes.
So if
yes,
I ask for a
please,
favor...
I do need someone to help me. Vigo has not been eating since the king's death. At all. I have asked him, and asked others. Excellent. Please, go to Bazaar with these coins and purchase a sweet roll.
Sweet roll!
It's Vigo's favorite.
Oh, dang it. She didn't give me a favor point by accepting her quest, which I actually need to talk to her about saying. So, like, so the favor works differently for this character. But yeah, I'm a little confused because the quest was, I feel like we need quest markers, and I also feel like we need adaptive markers you can mouse over and then learn more stuff. Because, investigate the tower before she changes them next week. But the bridge tower, this is specified the bridge tower. But I can't open it. I have a key. I have the bridge tower key. But I couldn't open the bridge tower. I'm very confused. I mean, what would you define as the bridge tower? I would define the bridge tower as the thing involving the main bridge of the city. Can you use it in the menu? You can look at it in the menu, but you can't use it. It's just like a little picture you can look at. I used a banner item earlier, and I could look at it in the menu, but to actually use it, I had to do it in world. So, but yeah, this is literally the bridge district. I don't know what they're talking about, unless they mean. I mean, I don't think any other towers were locked besides this one and this one, and I tried the key on both. So. Yeah, this is literally just a picture.
Nice art, though.
The dog is gone, the wolf stalks. Oh no, the map icon stayed. It's Shadow. Who slew the dog? Oh no. Is that a mystery? Is that an answer to the murder mystery? It's a children's book, I think, but... Also, wait, that's really weird that the book has quadrupeds. It's a bit unusual when you think about it for a second.
Furry confusion.
Yeah, that's technically a tower. And also technically, right next to the bridge is this tower.
Maybe it's the South Bridge?
Oh, I guess you're right. It does say 2 watchtowers. Maybe they mean that one. Okay, I'll bounce over there and find out. I feel like what we have here is a game that probably has an interesting story and pretty interesting characters. Again, some of the voice acting isn't solid, but I feel like overall the characters are being written with, you know, proper heart and stuff. But I feel like what we have here is a game that, unfortunately, the developer is just a little too amateurish with the engine. So there's a few there's just a little bit of sloppiness here or there. The lack of a sprint is really kind of a problem with me. I know this is supposed to be like a contemplative adventure investigative game, so maybe that's why they didn't add the sprint, but maybe this, or maybe they're talking about this. Ah, it was this. Okay. See, that was not that quest description, though. Luck changes the candles at the end of the bridge every week. but has asked you to investigate the tower for changes this week. There's literally a bridge district, so when she mentions the bridge, mind you, not a bridge or one of the bridges, the bridge. Well, that just makes me think as the main bridge in the city, the bridge district bridge. But no, I had to go to the south. I had to go clear away from the bridge district to get to the bridge they were actually talking about. So what they should have said is just Lux changes the candles at the end of the south bridge every week. There, fix the problem. Just add the word south. Because the bridge district's in the north, so that would immediately tell you it's not there. So yeah, I feel like story-wise, so what I think here is the developer is pretty good at writing a story. By the way, this platform is terrible, by the way.
Yeah.
No, you can't just climb the ladder by pressing E, if you're wondering. But yeah, I feel like the developer has written a good... So here's the thing. The developer seems to be capable of writing a good story, but they're not necessarily good at writing They're good at writing stories, but not game... Oh, gosh. They're good at writing stories, but they're not good at writing directions. You know, like, there's a difference between gameplay writing and story writing. There's a huge difference. And they're not writing things well for gameplay purposes, but they're good at writing a narrative, but they're not good at writing... Yeah, just not good at writing instructions, basically. Not terrible, per se. They still have some skill because of the writing skill chops, but... Also, yeah, this is just messing with Unreal physics, basically. Okay, well, I made it up here. I'm not done. Also, I guess now there's a platforming section, so it's interesting. Oh, are you serious? Did you just... This game is very basic, floaty... Yeah, no, this is meant to be climbed, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Alright, hold on. Sorry, I'm just, like, double-checking that I'm not, like, being crazy here. No, this is,
Oh, no.
What am I supposed to be climbing to, though? I think you're supposed to walk across that wire... Oh, maybe the window. I don't know. Or maybe I'm not... I don't know if I'm supposed to parkour this or not. It's really hard to tell. The ladders clearly were, even though they were janky, so... I don't know if I can actually land on that. It looks like you could, but... Here's the thing about Unreal. Unreal feels very unsatisfying when it comes to how you interact with objects. Oh. I don't even know if I'm supposed to parkour this. I'm really confused. If I'm not supposed to parkour this...
Or rather, parkour.
Am I supposed to climb up here? What does the quest say? Investigate the tower. It still says to investigate the tower. I don't know if this... Like, do you think the game has counted what... Oh, wait. Eat and interact. Oh, the campfire.
It's a burned-out campfire. It looks like the furniture was broken down and used to fuel the flames.
I didn't see that.
It seems fresh. The lingering smell of wood smoke, and there's a sense of survival. The fire seems untended by its creator. A last-ditch effort to remain warm in the cold, windy tower. The fire is 3, maybe 4 days old. There are sacks, making an alternative bed beside the fire. Looking inside, there appear to be banners. Pulling from their banisters, it seems. Looking up, you see the living banners.
Okay, so there's there was a little quest update ready sound, so... Oh, but weirdly it doesn't seem to have updated, but... I heard that the little... Okay, so there's a little writing sound lets you know you're done, but it hasn't actually changed the description. It should have changed to, like, I've investigated the tower. I should report back to Lux. Or something. But it doesn't actually update to say that, which is, again, another little bit of roughness with the gameplay, right? These little things matter, because otherwise the player will be confused, like, did I complete this? I know I completed because I heard the little writing sound, but that only happened once. Like, I'm trained by other video games to know that if a little writing sound happens, that means your quest updated, so... But if you didn't know that, then you'd be kind of confused, probably. I'm going to turn in the candle shop quest and we'll switch games. I think what we have here is a game that's close to being worth playing, but it's sadly not quite there as far as I'm concerned. Oh, really? You can fall between the rungs? You can fall between the freaking rungs? Okay. Alright. Sure. So that's the thing, too. Like, it's too literal. Like, developer, just put, like, put put a little invisible plane there across the ladder so you can actually climb it.
Make them flat planes, make them ramps. Gamers don't like doing this kind of thing.
What brings you to me this time?
They know how to write a story, but they don't quite know how to make a game. They're not failing completely at making the game, but there's a lot of little things here that they're just kind of blah, you know? Alright, favorite.
So, you did find a camp. I expected as much. Oh dear. That means Cold Feet might be the true murderer. He probably camped out there after the murder, waiting out for his real delivery day, today. But that one makes sense. If I were him, I would just leave.
You don't sound really concerned. Oh dear. If I were him, I'd just leave. Like, the king is murdered. Why are you not... You sound like you're not taking it seriously. Also, there's that icon that tells me if I had evidence, I could share it with them. Wick. Yeah, Wick. I don't... Is that a clue? Oh,
I think that's just to tell you that you have more to see. There's more to talk to them about.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the number one thing is I feel like this map here is a real failed effort because why in the heck can't I mouse over to find out who's who? You know? Like that. And also, there's still 3 NPCs. I don't know where they are. I mean, as I snoop around and talk, if I kept playing, snooping around, talking to people, doing their quests, maybe I'll just run into them, but I feel like what they could have easily done with this map is, I don't mind the fact that the icons appear once you find somebody, but maybe if there could be like a transparent icon where somebody might be until I talk to them, and then it's like, okay, you met them. Like, I get the idea of like, you don't know where they are because you haven't found them, but oh, it's Agoth, that's one of the...
Hey there, Mr. Detective. What do you think of all the snow?
Oh, wait, I have messaged Agoth.
Of ink cold?
I just didn't realize that they're a puppy, apparently. But even though they're the same, they're actually like slightly taller than me, but apparently they're a puppy. That's what the other person said. That explains their voice now, though. Well, why are they the same size as me? Couldn't you just like shrink their model or something?
You want to
That would look weird.
You want to talk about the best climbing spots? All right. Best climbing spots are the flag lines, and also, don't tell Steward or Sorrel this, the bridge entry tower. Also, the castle walls you can drop between over by the orphanage.
The game has encouraged me to do more jank platforming for the gameplay. That's what this character is telling me.
Hey there, Mr. Yeah, my mama is dead. She was killed fighting alongside Vigo and Cato and Roman's dads in the Raven War. Mama always said my dad was killed in the Raven invasion. I don't like ravens. I like crows.
Crows!
Alan is nice. He always gets angry when I yell, Raven! At him.
These voice actors have fun, though. I like crows! Why did you say that so loudly?
Edgar, oh my god.
Yeah, I saw the Edgar Allan
trying.
crow.
What do you think of all the snow?
Just saying Edgar would have been enough, but...
Edgar would have been a good reference. Alan, do we add in Alan's push it a little bit? It's getting a little heavy then.
It's not my fault.
Oh, by the way, I did the book, yeah.
And pull brakes. I get it, though. They want me to stop making a mess. I think Nair feels bad. He used to teach me how to use his crossbow before he lost it. Now he just gives me books. The crossbow was much more fun.
So obviously this is like an adult female trained to a kid voice. They're doing okay. They got that energetic energy kind of going. It's a little nasty. I think I'm qualified to comment on this sort of thing.
The dog is gone. The wolf stalks its shadow. Who slew the dog? What the? I'm gonna have to ask Cato.
What the?
Hey there, Mr. Well,
you're wondering the same
I
thing,
borrowed
kid.
Ona's
Don't
family
worry.
brooch, and I hid it in the crow's nest by the orphanage. Ona is really upset.
Were you about to laugh? It sounded like the voice actor was about to laugh there.
I would go get it, but Edgar Allan scares me sometimes, and I almost died. He almost fell off the wall. I'm not going back up there again. I promise. But I don't know how to get Ona's brooch back. Could you help?
There's kind of a bit of overacting going on with this character.
underacting and overacting in the same place.
Overacting can be just as distracting as underacting, sometimes more so, depending on how bold it is. I'm gonna stop here though. Will I keep playing this? Not for a stream. I might mess around with it on my own time, see where it goes. But it's unfortunate. I do like it, sort of. Like, it's close to being something I would. I don't think like it's actually that far off to being something I recommend. I'm close to giving it a this is an unpolished gem kind of status, where like, yeah, the we've played a few games where they're functionally, like, development wise, they're sloppy, but there's a lot of heart and it's an interesting story and stuff, so it's still worth playing. I'd say it's just kind of rough gem status. This is kind of close to that, but there's also it's just a little bit distracting with how the voice acting is all over the place, both in volume and tone. I could probably put up with, like, slightly bad voice acting if it matched itself, but the problem is we have a mix of good and bad voice acting here of different levels, so it's really hard to latch onto the story when the quality of the voice acting varies so much. If it was just, like, kind of average across the board, that would actually probably be less as distracting than this mix of good and bad, you know? Also,
as it is now, it's jarring.
And also, while I couldn't forgive some sloppiness with the gameplay functionality and stuff, there's some very simple things here that just should be enabled and just really ruin the quality of life. Like, literally, this is an investigation game where you go around and talk to people, but when you do, you sometimes get stuck in menu options where you have to leave the conversation and then re-enter it just to talk to them about more things, which is just horrible for the fact that that's what the gameplay is about. And, of course, I'm supposed to walk around, find people, talk to them, and I can't even mouse over them on the map to know, like, this is a very simple thing. All I want to do is put the mouse over somebody and a name pops up. That is such an integral feature for this type of game. This game, what it wants to be, these features are basically required to have a good experience, I would say. It's very basic stuff, just stuff you'd assume you could do, you know? For a game like this, where it's like, these people are very important, you need to go around and talk to them. Okay, cool. So I know who somebody is on the map, right? Nope. Like, what? Like, so basically, there's some design decisions here that I just can't really forgive, I guess. They're just too messy. They're too, save it, yeah. They're just, there's just, like, I can deal with a bit of rough gameplay, but there are some quality of life features that are almost required for a game of this investigative style to make that investigation go smoothly, so you don't just, because I can guarantee you if I kept playing this, there'd be a lot of situations where I'm just checking every character head, trying to remember where somebody is. Obviously, they stay in one place, so you can memorize where they are. And some stuff's easy, like, I know Lux is in the candle shop because their name means light. Lux means light, so it's very easy to remember light is in the candle shop. But, yeah, I feel like there was efforts to try to make ease of use, like, again, like labeling the buildings you can go into and making their doorways visible on the map. There was some level of ease of use and quality of life being focused on here, but there were still some quality of life features that I feel are extremely important that this game doesn't reach. And I hope the developer thinks about updating and adding some of these features I'm talking about. Also, I don't think I agree with the really jank platforming. This is basic Unreal, like, physics interaction of platforming, which doesn't feel very good with, like, climbing the ladders and stuff, which is, but again, that should probably not be that messy. I like the idea of an adventure game where you can jump around and look for things, but if the jumping doesn't feel very good, then that's not really a positive, you know? And it doesn't. It's floaty, it's kind of bland, and you don't have a lot of control over it. But yeah, so I think this might have an interesting story, might not. I don't know how the story will conclude. I don't know if it is an interesting plot. Clearly, there's a lot of lore built up for this game. There's a lot of, like, backstory and history to the world, and I appreciate that level of world building. But I did know some amateur writing. For instance, the Edgar Allan thing. Like, yeah, I get the reference, but Edgar would have been fine. Edgar the Crow would have been fine. You know. By adding the word Allen, it's a minor thing, but it makes it so on the nose that it's kind of an indication of some bad writing. When you are too, like, oh guys, look at the reference. Look at the reference I wrote in. Like, you want to be a little more subtle. Especially, I think subtle writing is very important for a murder mystery game. So that makes me worry a little bit about the overall plot, and if it actually is a good plot or not, I don't know. I guess you'd have to play the whole thing to find out, which I'm not going to be doing. Again, might play it a little on my own time, see where it goes if I can, but I don't know. We'll see. I do think the underlying gameplay is interesting. I do think the underlying story is interesting, but the lack of polish here makes it just so that I can't quite recommend it. I almost like it, but it's not quite there for me. What do you think there?
It's got a lot of charm. It's got a lot going for it, but I feel like it needed a bit longer in the oven before it was put out.
It definitely feels unpolished. Like they
definitely unpolished. Great concept, cute with all the doggies, but
it feels like if this is the developer's first project, I still appreciate their ambition with it. This is not a normal genre to enter into. It feels like this might be one of their first projects. I'm not sure if it is or not, but it is an interesting genre to break into. It's not one that everybody does, especially for earlier game projects and stuff. Again, I apologize if this is not their first game or if it's not anywhere close to their first game. It just has the amateur level to it. It might be their first Unreal Engine game. That would not be surprising at all if it was at least their first Unreal Engine game. I think Unreal Engine is holding them back a little bit. I do appreciate that they optimize their game better than some games we've played on this engine, at least. But that being said, if I turn the graphics quality up, you guys have legs. So. And also, the game started with unlimited FPS, so I'm not completely culpating the Unreal implementation, but it is at least playable without having to edit INI files this time, which is better than a lot of games on Unreal. But yeah, that was a Darkway story, Murder of King Bear, which, by the way, that's subtitle, a Darkway story. It kind of sounds to me like they intend a series or something with this, which let's see if they can polish this one up first, but if they can, maybe it's worth a series. I don't know. I guess yeah.
Just remember, a game can be saved later by updates. Just look at No Man's Sky.
This could very easily be polished up into a much better experience, just by fixing some quality of life things and some gameplay things. If you're wondering, by the way, this game is $7.99. It's not exactly breaking the bank. I don't think it's overcharged necessarily. If it could be fixed up, I'd say it's probably worth that price. If it could be fixed up and the story is interesting, it just needs some more work. So that was a Darkway story, Murder of King Bear, and I hope you guys enjoyed.